Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing, checking back in with y'all, man. What's going on? So, I regret that I have to make this video because I'm a big fan of Cruz, man. I like what he did in the Gervonta Tank Davis fight. I like his style. I like what he brings to the ring, man. He's an exciting fighter. Y'all saw the video that I made initially when the WBO ordered Shakur Stevenson versus Cruz. Now, keep in mind, Cruz has been at 135. This is pretty much his natural division. He's very strong in this division. This is where he campaigns. You have a guy coming up in weight in Shakur Stevenson, and for his first fight, he's ordered to fight Cruz. Now, one would think, I mean, we know the talent. Even obviously, they know the talent level of Shakur Stevenson, Team Cruz. They obviously know. But, you know, we know what Shakur Stevenson brings to the table. So I'm not putting a whole lot of emphasis on him being a smaller guy coming up in weight. Even though when they both get in the same weight class, they stand next to each other, Shakur would clearly be the bigger guy. However, he is coming up in weight. Was a champion at 26 and was a champion at 130. You know what I'm saying? This guy's coming up to his third division. You feel what I'm saying? And for his first fight, in my mind, I'm thinking, man, this is a nice test for Shakur. This is of course he would be the favorite just because of the incredible ability and skill that he possessed just as a natural and raw talent, and with the amateur pedigree, the Olympic pedigree. I mean, all those things, we know what Shakur brings to the table. So obviously he'll be the favorite, but it's not a fight that Cruz absolutely has no chance to win. That's what made the fight intriguing. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's his first fight at 135. One would think that's a that's a pretty tough fight to take at your first fight in a division. You know what I'm saying? So those are the thoughts that initially ran through my mind. And, the things that I talked about when I made that video, I gave both guys credit and big kudos because I'm a huge fan of both fighters. And I just thought it would be a fantastic matchup. And again, shout out to the WBC for ordering these fights. That don't mean every one of them gonna happen, obviously, because I'm making this video. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that they even putting that out in the air, promoting competitiveness, promoting the best fighting the best, promoting top guys fighting other top guys, it's a beautiful thing for the sport, and we need more of that. You know what I'm saying? And this lets you know that it really be coming down. It come down to the promotional companies. It come down to the sanctioning bodies. There's a lot of politics and all this shit and a lot of business and all that. But it do come down to the fighters too. You did what I'm saying? If two motherfuckers really want to fight, bro, that shit can happen. You know what I'm saying? That shit really can happen. So, like I said, Cruz, his team, after the news came out that Mauricio Suleiman and the WBC, they ordered this fight, and because both of those guys are ranked highly in the WBC rankings, and the winner would fight the winner out of a Devin Haney and a Lomachenko, which would be for all the belts at 135, the undisputed crown. I mean, we talking about legacy. You know what I'm saying? We talking about for all the marbles. We talking about for an opportunity to etch your name in stone and in history. And Team Cruz, they came out and said that we not interested in a Shakur Stevenson fight. He's a good fighter, but that fight would be boring. All he gonna do is run all day. The whole fight would be Cruz chasing Shakur Stevenson around. Number one, Shakur don't be running. You know what I'm saying? Shakur don't even move his feet like that. Shakur uses a masterful level of distance control that allows him to keep guys exactly where he want them so he can make them miss and make them pay. Dude don't be using a whole lot of foot movement like that. So either they don't be watching film or they just using this as a cop-out. I'm going to take the latter. You dig what I'm saying? So, because I've heard this before. So they said, it will be a boring fight. All he do is run. You know what I'm saying? It won't be an exciting fight. You feel what I'm saying? And when I heard that, I'm like, bruh, how many times, like, when did it become cool for these fighters to openly duck? You know what I'm saying? And then use these outlandish figures of speech to try to make it sound like it's okay. Like, this the same shit Canelo did. This ain't the first time we done heard a non-black fighter say they don't want to fight a black fighter because they too slick, or they defense too good, or they gon' run. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the first time we done heard this shit before. And history repeats itself, and we know the real reason. That shit already got found out. Canelo said he didn't want to fight Demetrius Andrade because he's a horrible fighter, because he moved too much. You know what I'm saying? It'll be boring. Mikey Garcia said he didn't want to fight Terrence Crawford because he moved too much. Cambosis and, you know, all these guys, Telefimo Lopez, they stayed away from Devin Haney because he moved too much. This is a common theme. We done seen this shit time after time after time, and it's getting ridiculous now. You know what I'm saying? It's getting ridiculous that these fighters claim that they these great warriors and they these amazing fighters, but they expose themselves time and time again for being one fucking dimensional. This shit is weird, bruh. It's weird that people use these excuses to duck out of competition. If you supposed to be Manny Pacquiao said that bullshit about Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, he didn't want to engage with me. He didn't just stay there and let me fight on him. Motherfucker, what you think I'm supposed to do? This boxing. These guys, time and time again, expose themselves as one-dimensional fighters. You feel what I'm saying? And they use these excuses to be able to proudly duck, to make that shit, you know, seem cool. And these fans be eating it up. I'm looking at comments and people, you know, I see Shakur do his little, you know, he say his little piece on Fight Hype. He went on Twitter and called out Team Cruz. He called him out. He said, hey, man, look, y'all boys on that little pussy shit, man. Say, nah, we need to get it popping right now. I'm with it. Like, let's go ahead and make it happen. Showing that true competitive spirit that you want to see from your favorite fighter. You feel what I'm saying? You know, so Shakur, he letting them know. He like, man, look, if that little puppy don't want to get dog walked, you feel me? Then let me get the next motherfucker in line. Zapata, what's good? You know what I'm saying? Whoever, Telefimo Lopez, whoever it's going to be. What's good? George Cambosis, what's popping? You feel what I'm saying? Like, if this little puppy don't want to get fucking walked, then let me get the next one. And then you got Team Pitbull Cruz coming back in, you know what I'm saying, talking about, you know, don't be so eager to fight me. Who the fuck says that? Don't be so eager to fight me. You supposed to be like, hell yeah, let's get it. I want the smoke. I want the smoke. You feel what I'm saying? See, that's why I fucked with Marcos Maidana heavy. You feel what I'm saying? Because, you know, he went in there with the GOAT and didn't show no respect. You feel what I'm saying? He went in there, he said, shit, fuck it, I'm going to go. Of course, ain't nobody turning down no Floyd payday. But the point I'm making is, shit, he went in there and, you know, he went for broke. Motherfucker fought dirty. He did all type of dirty tactics. But the thing is, he went in there and let his nuts hang. You feel me? And gave himself a fighting chance. These other fighters, bro, they see a talented, athletic, skillful, powerful, just an overall great fighter in, when you look at your I don't want to say average, but when you look at your typical elite or upper echelon black American fighter, you know what I'm saying? When you see that type of fighter, what you normally see, you will see a Bruce Ennis. You will see a Shakur Stevenson. You will see an Earl Spence. You will see a Terrence Crawford. You will see a Floyd Mayweather. You will see these type of Devin Haney or Gervonta Tank Davis. You will see these type of fighters with certain abilities that you don't see a lot of these other motherfuckers possess. So when they see that shit, they get intimidated. You know what I'm saying? They get intimidated and they want to use these terms, this terminology and these, you know, figures of speech like, oh, he's boring. Oh, he be holding too much. Y'all seen when Devin Haney fought George Cambosis on ESPN, they had the fucking clinch count. I ain't never seen no shit like that. They count my man clinches. Clinching is an essential tool and a very crafty veteran move if you know how to use it right, that can allow you to stop your opponent from, to break your opponent rhythm and get your shit off. Now, if the opponent is strong enough to break out them bitches, and if they are talented and skilled enough to be able to put combinations together, use lateral movement and angles to bypass the clinch and put hands on a motherfucker, then that shit ain't gonna work as good. But when you got somebody who know what they doing in there, that shit, they can control you. Like Devin Haney did George Kambosos in back-to-back fights. They got the clinch count up there. So now you got motherfuckers saying, oh, he holding too much. Oh, he running too much. He too slick. His defense too good. He won't just stand there and let me hit him. That's some bullshit, bruh. That's some bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? So y'all fans, bruh, y'all got to stop entertaining it. Y'all got to stop endorsing that shit. I just want to know, like, bruh, what's like, if you such a great fighter, bruh, you supposed to be able to go up against all styles. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I know matchmaking. I get it from a business perspective. Pitbull Cruz. Like I said, I like Pitbull. I think he could be a star. Go back and look at my history. I have very positive remarks about Pitbull Cruz, and I still like him. But this right here take a little bit away. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's more so his management, his people that's controlling him, because they trying to keep his momentum going. You know, he went out there and knocked out Gamboa on pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? Had put up a nice showing versus Tank Davis. His name is buzzing. You know, he got knockout power. He's strong. He looking good out there. And the last thing they want to do is put him in there with a Shakur Stevenson and do what I tell y'all all the time. You put these guys who's supposed to be the monster or the pit bull, or, the crusher. You put these guys in the ring with somebody like a Shakur Stevenson, and they get tamed. And they look regular as fuck. You know what I'm saying? They look average. They look like fucking amateurs. And that shit break their whole little mystique. It break their whole image. It tear all that shit get blew up. Now you got to build back up from scratch. Now you got to make the people believe you a monster again, because they going to be like, well, shit, you didn't do that with Shakur Stevenson. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? So, bruh, they got to, I understand from a business perspective. They like, nah, man, the last thing we want to do is put him in there with him. Because shit, we need to put him in there with somebody who gon' throw punches and be wild and shit. And so Eastside Cruz can have a chance of knocking him out. So he can look like a fucking monster. So we can keep building this star. But no, bruh, when you great and you elite, and that's what you striving to be, you supposed to want to take on all styles. You ain't supposed to have no picks. You supposed to be able to beat a come forward fighter if you need to. You supposed to be able to beat a slick fighter if you need to. You supposed to be able to beat a counter puncher. You supposed to be able to beat a pure boxer. You supposed to be able to beat a slugger. You supposed to be able, if you needed to have a slug fight with a motherfucker, you can. That's a complete fighter. That's a great fighter. You supposed to be able to do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be, your style is supposed to be able to adapt like Earl Spence. I'm fully confident that I could throw Earl Spence in the ring with any fighter, bruh. And no matter what they style is, I know Earl can adapt. I know Earl's style can carry over against any fucking style. If that motherfucker want to box, Earl can box with him. If that motherfucker want to bang, Earl can bang with him. If that motherfucker want to move around the ring and evade all night, Earl gonna chase him down and cut the ring off. If a motherfucker want to push Earl back, Earl gonna stand his ground. And he can fight laterally and off the back foot if he need to. That's the type of fighters I like. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of fighter you're supposed to be. And if you ain't that, you need to get your ass in the ring and get exposed, so motherfuckers can know. You dig what I'm saying? Man, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, bro. How y'all feel about this ongoing theme of motherfuckers ducking, bro, and using this tired-ass excuse of he's not exciting. Well, you go in there and whoop his ass then and show us how exciting you is. Go whoop his ass. Or just come out and tell the truth. You just not good enough. I'll accept that. But stop all this lying talking about he ain't excited. I like watching Shakur Stevenson fight. He don't get knockouts and shit all the time, but I like watching the skills. You feel what I'm saying? And if you think you better, then go whoop his ass. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Contender regime boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.